So, this video is going to talk about what is interpreting about. Who is the focus when it comes to interpreting? Is it the interpreter or is it the client? Who's in charge? Right? And it really is about the situation. It depends on the situation. Let me give you an example. You are an interpreter and you are working for an agency, so you're a freelance interpreter. The agency is sending you assignments, and the thing is, it is up to you to accept the assignment or to decline the assignment. So in that situation, it is 100% about you, about the interpreter. Only you know your limits, your skills, what you can handle and what you can't handle. For example, you're given the assignment that's like 4 or 5 hours long. There is no team for you. It is only you. And the topic is super complicated, like neuroscience or whatever. Are you going to accept that assignment? It's your choice. It's 100% about you. I personally would not, obviously. But the thing is, when you are given assignments, you need to focus on yourself. You're the one who knows. And do I have the skills? Do I know what I'm talking about? Can I do this? And if you know that you need a team and they can't provide a team, then it's okay to say no. It's okay to decline the assignment. Let's say that you accept an assignment. It could be any assignment, right? Not the 4 hours neuroscience one, right? Any assignment, just any assignment. Maybe if it's just 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever, any assignment. You do the assignment and you realize it wasn't for me. Like, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. It's just, ugh. And then after that assignment, they ask you to do the same assignment again for like whatever reason. You can say no. You can say no. Sometimes you say yes, and then afterwards you were like, it wasn't right for me. I wasn't that knowledgeable. I didn't have the right skills. It was too long, or my hands were hurting, for whatever reason. And they ask you to do the same assignment later, you're like, no thanks. And it's okay to say no, because it is about you, the interpreter. Let's say, another example, you do an assignment and you do a great job in this assignment. Amazing interpreting, amazing work, well done to you. But you aren't, or you're in pain, and it's just like it was too long, too much, even though you did a good job. And then the next day, they offer you another assignment. Maybe it's the same one, maybe it's a different one. But you're still like completely tired from the day before. It's okay to say no. It's 100% about you. You can say no, and in fact, you should say no. When you're sick, when you're tired, when you need a break, when you know you don't have the right skills or the right knowledge or the right mindset or just whatever reason, you can say no. It's 100% about you and what you can handle and what you prefer. And you're learning and growing in the process. Maybe the assignment that you couldn't do a year ago, you can do now. It's all about learning and growing and just being open and honest with yourself, realizing that, hey, I'm not there yet. I don't have the skills to interpret that yet, but I'm gonna get there. I'm not there just yet. And that's okay. And you can say no, and you can decline assignments. Some interpreters feel bad when they know they can do the assignment, but they say no because maybe it's too far away and they don't have enough time. They don't have enough time to drive over an hour long, or they don't have enough gas to get there. And they feel bad because they're like, I know I could, but I can't. it's okay to say no. Even in those situations, you have every right to say no. It is 100% about you. If it's an hour-long drive and you don't have the time because you have other obligations, because you are a human being with other things going on in your life, you can and should say no. The agency is not, pointing a gun to your head and saying you have to interpret or die. No. You can say no, and you shouldn't feel bad saying no. You shouldn't. It's about you, the interpreter. When it comes to picking and choosing assignments, it's about you. But now the other side, it's about the client. It's 100% about the client. Let's say you already are in the assignment and the client is more English based. And you're like, what? You have to follow whatever the client needs, whatever the client wants, whatever the client, prefers. You need to match his language, his language needs, his language skills. Let's say the client loves classifiers and wants you to be visual. You have to try your best and you have to do that. You have to match the client's needs. It's about the client. It's 100% about the client. You are already in the assignment. You have to finish the assignment. And let's say that maybe the client wants you to stand in a specific place in the classroom. Because it can happen. Maybe the client doesn't want to sit in the first row. Maybe the client wants to sit in the back. Maybe the client wants to sit in the corner. And some interpreters, they go into the classroom and they already set up, I'm going to stand here and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do everything. Then the client comes in and is like, hey, I'm going to sit over here. And then your whole setup is like, what? It's whatever the client wants. It's whatever the client needs. Right? So if he wants more English based, if he wants more classifiers, for whatever reason, just trust that the client knows, trust that the client knows. And then by the end of the assignment, you realize that wasn't for me. Hey, great, fantastic. The client deserves to be with an interpreter that can match his needs and his wants. And if you know that's not you, then props to you. That is actually being a good interpreter. When you realize that, hey, I wasn't the right fit, and, that's that. And, sometimes that hurts, sometimes you're like, wow, I thought I could do it and I can't. And that you feel like something's wrong, like I should have been able to do it. Hey, it's a learning process. We're all growing, we're all learning. It's okay. We're gonna get there. We're not there yet. We're gonna get there. So when it comes to accepting and declining assignments, it's about the interpreter. But when you're already in the assignment, it's about the client, whatever the client needs, whatever the client wants. If the client wants you to use a specific ASL sign for a specific word, fine by me, let's do it. If the client wants me to stand over there, or over there, or just wherever, if the client wants me to fingerspell more, if the client wants me to SimCom, if whatever the client needs, I will do my best. I will do my best. That's it. That's all there is to it. And if by the end of the assignment, I'm not a good fit, or I am a good fit, it's whatever. I'm learning and growing, and I'm taking it one day at a time, and that's what it's about. That's what it is about. That's what's really everything about, is just slow and steady, my friend. Slow and steady wins the race. So that's what interpreting is about. So